people have been talking about the 50th anniversary of astronauts landing on the moon.
That's right. And the Indiana State Museum is doing something to mark that incredible moment. Our Carlos Diaz is live at the museum. That should really be a treat for kids, too, here, Carlos.
No, it's not. It's true for me. Because look how cool this is. You got the moon here. Now watch. I can actually rotate it. I can stop it right here. Stop. That's where Apollo 11 landed on the moon right there. And you can control it here. Now below that, see that 16? That's where Apollo 16 landed. Of course, it's the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. The reason I bring up Apollo 16, come over here. That's where this moon rock came from, Apollo 16's landing. We're here with Peggy, who did not come from the moon. She came right here from Indiana. You're with the Indiana State Museum. And you guys have this moon rock on display, which is really a lot whiter than I thought. I thought it'd be like gray.
Yeah, it's just where it came from. All these moon rocks from NASA are treated as really precious objects. So these are all kept in inert gas, and this could still be used for science.
Oh, so that tube has like a certain gas in it that helps preserve it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are a lot of Indiana connections. As we show you some video of the 50th anniversary of that lunar launch from Apollo 11, but there's a lot of Indiana connections to the space program with NASA.
That's right. Gus Grissom, of course, Indiana's native son from Mitchell, Indiana. He was involved in the early days of the space program. You know, he famously went up and splashed back down in the Liberty Bell spacecraft, and then he unfortunately, in a tragic accident, passed away, in the Gemini testing on the Gemini testing.
Right.
And then of course Neil Armstrong.
Right, the first man on the moon.
Right.
What's his Indiana connection?
He went to Purdue. He's a Purdue man.
There we go. And of course, you can hear him right there talking about the Eagle has landed on the moon, which happens 4 days from now. And now, do we still have that connection, that Indiana connection to NASA?
We constantly have astronauts involved in the space program. Even today, we've got astronauts in the roster.
That's awesome. So you can see the Indiana State Museum has things for your kids to come see. This globe, of course, is one of them. And also, we're going to be showing you in the next half hour a tank, a fuel tank from Apollo 11, that space program that was constructed right here in Indiana. You can see that at the Indiana State Museum. We'll show you that coming up at 5:38. Guys, if you can't tell, I'm totally geeking out because this is right up my alley. 50 years ago today, we were taking off for the moon.
I know, we get it. It is really cool. I can't imagine seeing it in person, all the rich history we have in this great country and in this great state, too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. People around the world are talking about this, too, the 50th anniversary, and we can celebrate it right here locally.
All right, Carlos, thank you very much. Well,